This is the EToolLab 3/8 drive click torque wrench, and it has a range of 5 to 50 foot-pounds. So I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $40. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. So inside the cardboard packaging, it comes with a little carry and storage case that's just kind of injection molded plastic. Has two little snaps here, and that opens up. It has inside here your manual and the actual wrench itself. So just initial feel, feels pretty good. It's got aluminum construction, it feels like, for the handle here. Maybe steel up here, it feels a lot heavier up there. Your 3/8" drive, flip that thing there. Little thing here to eject any drivers on it. And so this is how you set the torque here. You basically can rotate this guy around and then lock it into place. And it has Newton meters and foot-pounds. So they include a certificate of calibration. They say plus or minus 3% clockwise, plus or minus 6% counterclockwise. They say, hey, 5,000 cycles or 12 months, you should recalibrate it. So this is the eTools model TW50F 3/8" drive torque wrench set. So the hardest part of using this guy is knowing what torque to set your bolts to. And they've provided lots of charts here for different bolt sizes and different thread types to kind of have the recommended foot-pounds of torque. And presumably, if you're putting something in with this, you have either, you're calculating it yourself, or the manufacturer's told you your torque setting. To adjust it, you basically pull this down and rotate until this line gets to where you want to be. Now, if you want to get a little more accurate than 5 pounds, they have the micrometer scale here. You have 0, 0.25, 0.5, so you can basically say, okay, I just crossed the 15 point right there, and now I'm at 0.25, 0.75, 1.52, so there's 17 foot-pounds of torque instead of 20, for example. Realistically, this guy's accurate to 3% or 6%, so I wouldn't worry too much about the exact micrometer scale here. So let's go test this guy with a force meter and see how good it does. So I'm going to have to be a little creative testing it because it's measured in foot-pounds, but the actual length of this wrench is only about 11 inches. And so to measure it with a pound scale meter, I need to pull it right here about an inch past the end of the wrench. All right, I've set it to 5 pounds, and it wasn't so much a click as just a thunk, so let me try that again. Yeah, so it looks like 5 pounds, 5 ounces where it went clunk. All right, I've set the torque wrench to 20 pounds. 20 pounds, 15 ounces. Okay, I have this guy set at 45 pounds. Okay, that says 46 peak, but then I did keep pulling as it was clicking. Let's try that again. 45 pounds, 10 ounces. So that's within 3%, I'd say. All right, so the basic tests I did, I feel like this guy is pretty well calibrated. Usage tip, they have a number and then the line goes in and then down and touches the center line. So you want to get this thing lined up right where it touches the center line, not to the line that goes towards the number. 5 to 50 pounds is a pretty reasonable range, but it's at the lower end. You're probably not going to be putting lug nuts on a car tire with this. This is more for, smaller work, more precise work. And it works pretty well for that. Now, I didn't test counterclockwise. I only tested the clockwise, the tightening side of things, because, that's really what you use a torque wrench for. So I think if you need a relatively inexpensive torque wrench that goes to the 5 to 50 pound range, this guy here does what it's supposed to do. So also of note is when you're storing it, you want to back this down all the way to the 5 pound level. So you should store it at the 5 pound level setting.